Ever since I put out my first Mardu Synth video a few weeks ago, I've been getting comments asking me for a part 2. I love this deck, so I really can't say no to that. But this isn't just a repeat. I've tweaked the deck with some text that I think might help against a fast meta of decks like Mono-Red Kuldotha and Mono-Blue Fae. But will it be enough? Let's find out. Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Royce, and welcome into another Pauper video. Today, by popular demand, we're going to be playing more Mardu Synth, and how can I say no, because I just love this deck to death. Win or lose with it, I really enjoy it. I like the play pattern. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating having a 3-color deck and having some tap lands, but by and large, it's still really enjoyable. If you've never seen this deck before, I'll give a quick introduction, although I do have another video on the deck that I can also link up there, or you can just find it on my channel. So the way this deck works is it combines black, white, and red for a recursive artifact strategy. You've got all of these artifacts with strong ETB effects. Tithing Blade picks the opponent's board apart by forcing them to sacrifice things. Refurbished Familiar forces discards, or it allows you to draw if their hand is empty. Experimental Synthesizer lets you play cards off the top of your deck when you play it, or when you bounce it. And then Lembas lets you scry and draw. And then most of these artifacts also have additional benefits as well. Tithing Blade you can flip late game for some healing. Refurbished Familiar is just great in combat. Experimental Synthesizer, you can crack it to get a Samurai. And Lembas, you can sacrifice it for some life gain. So we've got all these value artifacts, and we are playing them and bouncing them, playing them and bouncing them until we just drown the opponent out of the game with value with things like Glinthawk, which must return an artifact to the hand when you play it, as well as Core Skyfisher, which can return any permanent. So Core Skyfisher can pick up like a Novice Inspector, a Thraben Inspector as well, whereas Glinthawk can't. So I'm not going to go through everything, but this is a 3-color deck. So we're also playing Cleansing Wildfire to help us ramp to get into those huge mana storming off sort of situations with Experimental Synthesizer, while also fixing our colors in the early game. Some cards that I was playing in the old version that I've actually taken out in this one include the one of Candy Trail, a second copy of Cast Down, and then in the sideboard, the copies of Navigator's Compass, and a second copy, again, of Cast Down. So, let's look at the new version and then talk about the reasons why I made the changes. By and large, the deck is quite similar, but let's go over what's changed. First off, we are playing a Bojuka Bog now. I just took out a basic to put this in. I found that I had plenty of basics to almost always have targets for my Cleansing Wildfires, even in the pretty late game, so just having some additional main deck Graveyard Hate I thought would be handy, especially with the ability to bounce it with Core Skyfisher. I used to play this. I went off of it for a cleaner land base, but I think it's okay to go back to it, and it doesn't slow me down too much. Another change that I've made is I have essentially swapped out a Cast Down for a Thraben Charm here. Although Thraben Charm is more conditional with the ability to actually kill a creature, sometimes this is a little bit worse if I run into a lot of Chrysalis decks where I can't actually I don't have enough creatures on board to kill the Writhing Chrysalis with a Thraben Charm. The flexibility to be able to hit the graveyard or hit an enchantment is really nice. All 3 modes do come up pretty frequently, and Graveyard Hate is really handy against decks like Affinity, so I like main deck Thraben Charms. And then the other big change that I've made in the main deck is putting in a copy of Makeshift Munitions. This is almost completely because Mono-Blue Fairies are really popping off right now. A lot of people are trying that deck out, and Makeshift Munitions is really good against that deck, especially Game 1, when they're not able to Blue Elemental Blast it. So Game 1, you can kind of get them with this one copy of Makeshift Munitions. The biggest changes in the sideboard are I have dropped another copy of Cast Down, so I used to be on 4 total between the main and side. Now I'm only on 2 total between the main and sideboard. And instead of Cast Down, I'm playing a second copy of Krark-Clan Shaman. And Krark-Clan Shaman is in sort of a weird place in this deck. It's not as easy, like it's not as much of a no-brainer as it is in like Grixis Affinity, where everything that you're doing is an artifact. Sometimes sacrificing our artifacts does actually have a real cost. We don't really have any like blood tokens or maps or anything that we don't really care about. So Krark-Clan Shaman does have a cost. But in the matchups where it's good, such as Elves, Mono-Red, it's absolutely worth the cost, and we definitely want to try to find a Krark-Clan Shaman in the first couple of turns. That's why I'm playing 3 total now between the main and the side. In those matchups, I really want to find the KCS. And also, Gruul Ramp has fallen in the meta a little bit, so that's why I've taken out the other Cast Down. So I think that sort of explains itself. The other change that I've made is I've taken out 2 Navigator's Compass for 2 Campfire. On one hand, they serve similar purposes. Both of them offer recursive healing, Navigator's Compass by bouncing it and replaying it with Glint Hawks and etc. Campfire is just sort of in its own right. You can tap it for life gain every single turn. I like how Campfire can sort of close out games when you're top decking against Mono-Red, especially if you have like a couple of creatures, something going, whereas Navigator's Compass, it is a bit of burst healing, but it really just out-heals like a lightning bolt, and if you don't have the Glint Hawks or Core Skyfishers to pair with it, it's not as good. Navigator's Compass does help you fix your colors a little bit, but I don't really understand the logic of putting color fixing in the sideboard. Yes, it's a nice sort of advantage, but if the color fixing was so important, you would think that we'd want it in the main deck, but we don't. So I've switched to Campfire. I also like how it helps against some other matchups that the Navigator's Compass does not as much. It helps against sort of grindy matchups, such as against food gates, fog decks, so they can't mill you out as easily, things like that. And I think that about sums up the deck. We're going to go ahead and run it in a league. I have had a lot of bad luck in leagues recently, as well as in tournaments, so it's taken me a lot of attempts and false starts to record this video. Not necessarily because I was losing, but just because I thought that I could never really get started. It just wasn't really interesting to watch. But we're going to play this league, win or lose, whether it's an 0-5 or a 5-0, and just see how we do. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I hope you enjoy the games. Remember, if you do, leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. It really helps me in the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Let's get to it. I'll see you in the games, and then we'll talk afterward. Alright, we have entered our first round of this league. It's been a long day so far. This is not the first league that I'm playing in for the day, so I'm going to try to do my best to not make any mistakes, but, you know, if I do, that's what's going on. It looks like a fine start. I have an Inspector, which can see me some more cards, so I'm just going to keep this. Probably play a turn 1 Rustvale Bridge, but they're going to lead off. Let's see what they have. Okay, it's looking like it's probably Broodscale. Most likely Jund. So they played their Dark Moss Bridge. What else? They have a Vault of Whispers. Okay. They have a Nihil Spellbomb main. Interesting. Alright. So they're playing the main deck Graveyard Hate. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and just play an Inspector into another tap land and then pass. Let's move this over here. Alright, their turn. They're going to Deadly Dispute their Spellbomb. Sure. And they play a land, and they have a treasure from the Deadly Dispute. Okay, it all makes sense now. Alright, probably just Inspector, crack a clue. So let's play Mountain or Swamp. Probably Mountain. Let's attack. We have 2 Galvanic Blasts available. Or we'll crack a clue, if we can. They're going to use their treasure to make green. Okay, so they're playing a Chrysalis. It looks like they don't have their 4th land drop, or else they would not have cracked the treasure. Alright, crack a clue. Core Skyfisher is fine. Another land. Alright. Probably just bounce the Novice Inspector and hold up 2 mana. Let's do that. Let's move this over here. Okay, their turn. Alright, let's respond with a Galvanic Blast. We are Metalcraft from 2 lands and a clue. Let's see if they dispute their Chrysalis. They do. Okay. That's fine. Gotta be tricksy to take that off the board. They could play another Chrysalis here if they want to. They're gonna play a Wellspring. That's fine. And then we can start getting in a little bit. Oh, no. Spending the mana? What are they making? An Energy Refractor, maybe? A Deadly Dispute? A Deadly Dispute. Okay, they're gonna have to discard, but I guess they're just looking for their land. They could play that in a Blood Fountain if they want to spend their treasure. Or maybe they'll just discard 2. There's the Blood Fountain. Okay. So they've got Chrysalis in the graveyard, so we need to hold up Thraben Charm potentially. So let's not crack this clue, because this is the card that makes it look like we have something relevant to do. So my plan is to Inspector. So maybe I should leave 4 mana open so that I can also crack a clue. Oh, but I only have 1 white source online right now. So let's skip playing the Inspector. We'll just play a Rustvale Bridge and swing 3. Now we're flexible. We have Galvanic Blast, we have Thraben Charm, and we have this clue. They're not going to Blood Fountain yet, though. They'd prefer to play a Chrysalis first, right? And there it is. Sure. They can do that. They have a Mirror Enforcer. Oh. Interesting. It's Jund Affinity. Okay. Uh, that's fine. How many Mirror Enforcers do you have? Tithing Blade does not do much. I have multiple white sources now. Let's play Synth. Maybe they're not playing Brood Scale at all. A land is okay. Let's play a Novice Inspector. And pass the turn, leaving up Galvanic Blast and Clue or Thraben Charm. Green, black. Another Chrysalis. It is another Chrysalis. Okay, that happens. I'm getting overrun by Chrysali. Where's my cast down when I need it? Alright, let's Galvanic Blast here. Alright, they can do that. Sure. And then they're going to make black mana. And sacrifice that to a Deadly Dispute. Okay, they're playing Bargains. Sure. So it's just straight up Jund Affinity. Really interesting. I'll take that damage. Maybe I can get them to crack some more Eldrazi spawns before I start deploying these Tithing Blades. There's another Tithing Blade. Not really what I needed here, but Core Skyfisher is good. We can use that to bounce the Synth. What do we flip? Another Synth. Okay. A bridge, that's fine. Alright, let's pass. If they're Jund mid-range with Mirror Enforcers, are they still playing Nextborn Hydra? Probably. They've got a Makeshift Munitions, huh? Okay. Maybe they're going to sacrifice their spawns for that. That's annoying. We'll discard a land. I don't think we need this swamp. Man, they've got everything. What a value pile. I need Krark to wipe their board off of all these spawns so I can start Tithing Blading. Alright, so that's up to a 6-7 then. I'm a little bit short. I could hedge the difference and just block one. But because they have the Makeshift Munitions, I'm sort of in trouble. Then again, if they start Makeshift Munitioning me... but they can play Galvanic Blast too. They have everything. I have to actually deal with these Writhing Chrysalises for this Thraben Charm to do anything meaningful. Another Blood Fountain. Okay. So now they can afford to double Blood Fountain. More Sense is not really what I need, but okay. Bojuka Bog is good. Let's Bojuka Bog. Okay. Let's Thraben Charm. Alright, exiled. Cool. Then do I play another Synth, or do I play some Tithing Blades here? I think I'll play another Synth. I know it can hit a land. I think that's a risk I need to take. Krark is... that's interesting. Tithing Blade does nothing here. It just puts it onto the board, and it gives me something I can sacrifice. But I kill it all, and they bring it back with Blood Fountain. And when they bring it back, they just get more spawns. So they're going to be swinging in for 6 for each of those things. I can block with one Skyfisher, swinging in for 14 total, plus they have the Makeshift Munitions. Alright, I think I need to Krark-Clan. We can crack the Synths for some sort of value. Hopefully. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to scoop and go game 2. Mountain, no. Alright. Sure. Sure. Synth reveals. Plains, not useful. What about this one? 3 lands, come on. Okay. Okay. We'll do that. We have black mana floating. We do miss 4 damage here by doing this in the second main phase. Oh! They sacrificed a Chrysalis because it's an... okay. Let's scoop. They got me. This is unwinnable anyway because of the second Blood Fountain. They sacrifice a Chrysalis to the Makeshift Munitions, which buffs the other Chrysalis. That's really smart. Okay. So in this matchup, we definitely want the cast down. I think it's a grind. Yeah, they said they didn't know the interaction, so I'm just telling them that's super cool. Okay, let's take the cast down. Let's take the Omen of the Dead. Let's take the Relics. And this is Affinity, so Duresses are good. Even though it kind of worked there, I don't think Krark-Clan is the move. Makeshift Munitions is okay to close things out, or to deal with Writhing Chrysalis. Or sorry, with Refurbished Familiar. So I might try to leave that. I think I'm going to take out the Galvanic Blasts. I would rather have Tithing Blades. And then I'll take out... I'm going to leave my creatures for the Thraben Charms to have their original mode. I'll take out a Tithing Blade. And... another... okay, let's try this. I think we're lower on removal now than when we started. But our removal is more tuned to what we're up against. This is kind of a mid-start, but I do have an Inspector into a Cleansing Wildfire, so I think this is keepable. They said I should have let the first Krark-Clan Shaman trigger resolve before sacrificing Chrysalis. I'm not too sure what that means. I'm not going to spend any time thinking about it right now. We have to win 2 pretty quick games. They play a Dross Forge Bridge, that's fine. We'll play a Rust Veil and an Inspector. And then on turn 3, we can... Okay, we're lagging out. On turn 3, we can Wildfire. Hopefully draw a land as well in one of the top 2. And then we can Duress. Okay, they've got their Blood Fountain down early, sure. At least I have my white mana on deck. Alright, let's try to draw a land. We'll take a Swamp. We don't draw a land, unfortunately, so let's just attack for 1 and pass. 2 mana for a Wellspring, okay. 1 green, not sure what that could be. Brave the Wilds, what is this? If this spell's bargain, target land you control becomes a 3/3 with haste that's still a land. And they also search a land. Okay, that's fine. So now we need to... We took out our Tithing Blades, unfortunately. That's bad. We still have 1 Tithing Blade in the deck, but otherwise we can't deal with this. Let's go with another Wildfire into an Inspector or a Duress. I think an Inspector. I'm not sure. I think they got me here with that animated land. I didn't even know that was a thing. Hold on. Red. Wildfire. Yes, use the ability. Let's get a Swamp. And we drew another land, that's good. We'll play an Inspector. And then might as well attack in. So now that I know about that card, I have to put Tithing Blades back in if we win this. Do you have a Chrysalis? You do have a Chrysalis. Alright. It just keeps happening. Make it stop. Okay. I could pull a couple cards out of their hand. Could draw a card. Let's start with a Refurb. I get rid of a Cast into the Fire, sure. I'll Glint Hawk, back the Refurbished Familiar. Replay it. I don't think I've played a land this turn. Let's crack a clue. I should have done this earlier. Okay. Let's pass. So they don't have anything in the graveyard that I'm worried about them blood fountaining. Green mana. Another Brave the Wilds? Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. It's terrifying! Where's my Tithing Blade? Help me find it. Are they still going to drop another Chrysalis? This is so scary. I'm not even mad to lose to this. Game 1. There's nothing I could do. Not in my deck. I'll take 2. This is absurd. I can't even sneak through, to be honest with you. Let's try a Synth. And if I remove their stuff, they just get it back. Lembas is fine. I haven't had a land drop yet this turn. Alright, we'll take a land, I guess. Let's Duress them, I suppose. Please have a card I can discard. They have no colored mana. I could have used a Thraben Charm just to try to break through this Writhing Chrysalis. Maybe that was the move. They're saying that they... Alright, I think we're gonna have to win through aggro. So I'm gonna take the Reckoner's Bargain. And then just play another Inspector. So they're saying that in this Affinity deck they lose access to Thoughtcast and Kenku, but they gain access to Brave the Wilds and Writhing Chrysalis. Seems reasonable to me. Seems really strong. Refurbished Familiar, sure. I'll just discard this other Inspector. I have to get a board wipe, but that's not gonna be easy to do. They're Deadly Disputing a Spawn, sure. Okay, that's all 3 of their cards. Now they have 3 unknowns. Yet, I mean, I need the one of Tithing Blade. That's insane. Alright, they're gonna play another Refurb. Discard a Core Skyfisher. At least this is still removal, and it fights the Blood Fountain. Mirror Enforcer. They have it all! Okay. So these are 6/7s. It's a 3/3. Can we kill one? I think I should not block to induce them to crack some spawns and push 6 more damage. Actually, that puts me to 3. 3's kind of low, you know? They crack 2. Alright, so they still have 1 to sack 2, a Tithing Blade. They're not gonna get crazy here. Oh, no they don't. Alright. So I'm at 3? Sure. Why wouldn't I be? 3 is great. I love 3. Alright, let's draw a card. Might as well. Can I have my board wipe, please? Can I have the Krark-Clan Shaman that I took out of the deck? Alright, so... How do we do this? I guess we're healing off Lembas, probably, and using the Thraben Charm? Okay, I'll try it. They're saying that I should give the deck a try. That it feels better than traditional Affinity. That is interesting. Alright, what can we do here? So, block. Cancel. Block. Jump. Jump. You're getting through with flying damage, so I have to crack the Lembas. I'm not killing anything. My board is wiped. I can't win. Alright, I'm just going to concede. I was just talking to them about trying their list. They're going to get through with combat. Well played, opponent. Let's go into round 2 and rescue this league from the dregs. They're going to PM me the list. Thank you. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Well, I'll let them kill me. It's more fun that way. No worries. We're not going to let that get us down in the dumps. Let's keep trying and go into round 2 on an 0-1 record. Alright, we are going straight into round 2, and we got riggedy wrecked in round 1, so let's see if we can bring it back. This looks fine to me. Let's keep it. We are going first. The opponent mulligans to 6. Cool. After my luck today, that's what I like to see. So let's just start off with a Drossforge Bridge, so we can stay flexible next turn and do anything with any of our colors. Including Galvanic Blast, if we want to. Including Galvanic Blast plus Rustveil Bridge. End step. Okay, yield till next end step. They're on a mountain. Cool. Alright, they're going to just play a Clockwork Percussionist. So this is an artifact, which means they can put out their Goblin Tomb Raider and haste with it. So I'm going to continue to develop my tap lands, just try to protect my life total a little bit proactively. And then I guess I will Lembas plus Refurbished Familiar next turn. They've got a Experimental Synthesizer, okay. They reveal a Galvanic Blast. They can shoot that at my face for 2. Might as well. Yep, that happens. And then should I Galvanic Blast this Clockwork Percussionist? I don't think so. I'll let that get in. So in this situation, I definitely should have used Lembas last turn, but who's to say? Who's to say what would happen? So let's, what would I play instead of Galvanic Blast? Maybe an Inspector? But I have a plan to play the Refurbished Familiar, so we're just going to leave open the Drossforge. Lembas. That Bojuka Bog is not going to do much in this matchup. We don't really need more lands. We already have our next land drop lined up, so we'll put that on the bottom. Okay, well we gotta... It's fine. Let's play a Refurbished. We at least have some healing with these Lembuses. So if we can board control, if we can control the board, we can wrestle the game back with this life gain. They discard a Fire Blast. Okay, works for me. We're not taking that surprise 4 damage in the late game, but they might be playing 2 of them, so we'll think about that. They could have 4 surprise damage. Not what I love to hear. Probably Kuldotha on the Synth, sure. Do they have the Bushwhacker? They flipped a Tomb Raider, and they're paying mana now. Or tapping for mana now, okay. Are they going to put the Tomb Raider out? They will. I'll just block the Tomb Raider, works for me. And they have a Bushwhacker. Oh, but it's not a kicked Bushwhacker. Okay, that's fine. And they're not attacking at all. So that means they have another Bushwhacker in hand, I think. Really weird. Alright. Well, we can discard that. That sounds good to me. What else am I doing? I'll just Lembas, I suppose. Even if they top deck another Bushwhacker, I'm not dead to it. If I have 2 blockers out. No, we have lands we can play. Another Lembas. Okay, plenty of healing. Play the Refurb. Discard their Bushwhacker, question mark? Or is it a Fire Blast? Yep, they had another Bushwhacker. Cool. Alright, so we'll block a Tomb Raider and another Goblin. And then we'll take 4. Going down to 12. But we have Lembas to start to stabilize. We need to deal with the other 4 things on their board, though. They top-decked a Bushwhacker. Are you kidding me right now? Bushwhacker into Bushwhacker into Bushwhacker? That's crazy. I mean, the funny thing is, I think we still potentially can win. We're taking 12 here, down to like 4. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, down to 6. Okay, I counted wrong. That's better. A little. Thraben Inspector is good. So I can remove 2 things. I would rather remove their things before cracking Lembas. Let's see if we can get them to show their hand. So right now we're taking... If we don't Thraben Charm... Okay, they show the Lackey. Good. So that means that we are allowed to kill that and block and block. They don't have the mana to sacrifice it. Okay, so that is 3 Bushwhackers down. We're at 3, but an effective 9 once we sacrifice these Lembuses, and we have this as a blocker. I think I should just do it now. Let's gain 3, and then we'll just crack a clue. I think playing Synthesizer in this very sensitive position is risky. Hopefully they don't top deck Fire Blast. That would be good. Voldaren Epicure? Sure. Alright, are they going to swing 3? Or just swing 1? They do swing all 3. Okay. So let's block 1. We'll draw a card, and then we can heal off a Lembus. Doesn't really matter what I tap. Cleansing Wildfire is okay. I think we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we Wildfire, we can crack a Lembus. But we can't play another one. I think that's okay. Yes, use the ability. Let's grab... We have 3 black sources, 2 white sources, and 3 red. So we'll take a Plains, get a Synth, which we don't really need right now, play a land, pass. We actually have to start by cracking a Lembus here before their turn, in case they get a burn spell. So I'm still dead to a Fire Blast, but not a Galvanic Blast here. Definitely block the Goblin token so they can't Goblin Grenade it. Yeah, I'm dead to a Goblin Grenade. I'm dead to, if they pre-commit it, I'm dead to a Fire Blast. Okay, they're going to discard what? Discard a Reckless Lackey, sure. Looking to close things out. They find a land. Not worried about that one. They're attacking with Clockwork Percussionist only. Okay, that can't kill me here, so I'll block it. Take their artifact off the table, so Tomb Raider is worse. They find a mountain, not worried about that. Alright, let's Synthesizer. We find a land. Okay. Let's Lembus and immediately crack it. Healing to 9. Finding. Glint Hawk is okay. We'll play the land. We'll pass. I think we're going to win this one. Especially if we find Lembus again. They could definitely chain some synths together, something like that. They play the mountain from the Percussionist. Okay. Alright, let's start by bouncing the synth. We're not going to bother to attack with the Thraben Inspector. We found a Core Skyfisher. Alright, let's try to synth again. And a Novice Inspector. Alright, that's good. Play a Novice Inspector. Play the Skyfisher. And we'll replay the Novice Inspector. And might as well play this land. Alright, pass. Okay, our board is locked up now. So they need burn, which means I need to start digging for more Lembuses so I can make sure to seal this one out and win it on game 3. Oh, this is game 1. What the heck happened? Okay, I thought we were on game... I'm still alive? Game 1 was crazy. This is the same game? Man, it is late. And the Festivities is okay. I'll block with the Novice Inspectors. It's fine. Are they just getting in damage? Okay. Lembus. Amazing. Alright. Synth first, I think. Maybe Lembus first to put it back in the deck to make it more likely to find Lembus. I don't know. KCS. That's good. Let's leave that out there for a second. What I don't like about this Bojuka Bog is it's getting mixed up with all of my artifact lands because it's a utility land, so it has an ability and it's going over here away from the basics. I want it to stick over next to the swamps. Glint Hawk is fine. I don't think we've played a land yet. We'll play the Glint Hawk. Bounce the Synth. Synth reveals. Galvanic Blast. Okay. It's Galvanic Blast face. And then we will KCS. Play an Inspector. Attack with the Flyers. That was a lot of stuff to do. I won't bother with the Inspectors. It's okay. We're at a healthy life total. They can't get through in the ground. What could they possibly have? Double End the Festivities or something? They just have a land? Sure. So if I Krark-Clan Shaman here, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 damage. So not quite enough. Alright, let's Synth. Find a land. That's fine. Let's crack a clue. Alright. We can play that. I'll hold the Core Skyfisher. Crack a clue. Wildfire. Okay. Use the ability. Doesn't matter what I get. I'll get a swamp. Attack. Sure. Pass. Man, I've taken 10 minutes. Well, if I lose, I'll lose fast, so. Land. Do they just concede? Alright, let's attack. Alright. Game 1 finished. We are up versus Kuldotha. Let's do it again. Alright. So we need Krark-Clan Shamans. So that was the game, right? Am I forgetting? Was that the game where they had triple Bushwhacker? Because we beat triple Bushwhacker. That was me. It was this guy. Alright, so put in the Krark-Clan Shamans. Put in the Dawnbringer Clerics. Put in the Campfires. And I've been taking out Tithing Blade since I'm going second. I think I'll take out all of the Wildfires. Let's try that. And then take out a Cast Down. Cast Down's still okay, but I think it's the worst of these. So we need to mulligan to a good starting hand. We can't count on Cleansing Wildfire to empty out our deck and to give us the right colors. It looks like we are pretty light on black right now, so... Alright, a one-lander is not going to do it. Mulligan. What did I just say about a one-lander? I have to be disciplined. I have to mulligan. Dang it. Okay. Alright, I mean, this is a... The cards in my hand are not as exciting, but at least I have some lands. Keep this. Keep the Inspector. Keep a Refurbished Familiar. What about a Glinthawk? Technically, these two lands are enough to do all these things. So we'll keep that, throw back these two. Still giving us some action. I'm done. Start with a Rustveil. Okay, at least it's not a Tomb Raider. Reckless Lackey, sure. That's not an artifact, so that's good. Start with Rustveil, pass. They're going to synth into a Lackey and attack. Do they have their second land? They don't, because they would have played the Lackey, right? So they kept a one-lander with a synth. Okay, that's a start, you know. That's going to help. Novice Inspector. Play a Drossforge. Next turn I have Refurbished and Glinthawk, even if I don't pick up another land. All of a sudden things are looking brighter. Maybe they have another synth. If they have to bolt this Novice Inspector to get through with the Reckless Lackey, that's fine. As long as they don't destroy by artifacts for 1 mana. No land, huh? Goblin Tomb Raider, okay. They can swing 2. That'll happen. I'll block the Lackey, of course. Go down to 16. Alright. I mean, Tomb Raider is good. Do I ever course Skyfisher instead of Refurb Glinthawk? I don't think so. Let's cut off their value train here. They've got only spells in their hand right now, so let's take some of them away. They're going to lose that Fire Blast again. They always discard that card, huh? They just don't like it. Yes, I'll bounce the Refurbished Familiar. Interesting that they haven't played Kuldotha Rebirth. I wonder if they have it. Alright, don't blow up my artifacts. Alright, opponent, I need these. I'm using them for stuff. Although, actually, the Refurbished Familiar could be 2 mana. That's okay. As long as I get to... Sure. So I won't block that one, I don't think. Because I don't want to give them a land. Take the Tomb Raider off the table. And this Novice Inspector can just block the Clockwork Percussionist later if I want to. Alright, let's see what I discard. So I prefer not to block with this so I can pick it up with Course Skyfisher. But let's play the Krark-Clan Shaman. So I think this coming turn I'm taking 1 again. Unless they find a land and then I don't care as much. Okay, they found a land. So now I'll block the Percussionist, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Now do they have a Bushwhacker? If they have a Bushwhacker, would I just sweep? Wildfire on my Refurb is slightly annoying, yeah. Okay. You should attack with both. Alright, we'll block it now. What do they find? It's a synth. Okay, that'll be good next turn. Another land. Amazing. Alright. So we can start with our own synthesizer. There are some misses, but I think it's okay. Thraben Charm. Sure. We can kill your Lackey. I'll attack with a Krark-Clan Shaman, because I'm never blocking with that. Whereas this would block a Reckless Lackey. They've got their synth. And they're going to find a mountain. Alright, there's their 3rd land drop. Now they can play all their spells, but they're running dry on them. They could start to do Kuldotha things for sure, but I've got this Krark-Clan Shaman waiting. They're induced to bolt this, which would not be the worst for me. Play the Clockwork Percussionist. If they swing in with it, I'll block. And this Novice Inspector is a pro blocker. They could have End the Festivities here. How much do I care about that? It's slightly annoying, but it's fine, I think. They probably do have End the Festivities. Voldaren Epicure. So probably play End the Festivities here and Epicure next turn. Oh, really? Okay. No End the Festivities. Got it. Maybe they're saving it for later. I've got another Krark-Clan. I could Course Skyfisher, bounce the Plains and Lembas. I think that's fine. Hit another land drop. Here's my Lembas. If they attack with the Voldaren Epicure, I'll block with the Course Skyfisher, not the Novice Inspector. No, give me spells. Okay. A land is fine, I guess. If you want. So this can start to attack. One day. You've got a Kuldotha there, sure. Got to cast into the fire. So they've got to use that. So we sacrifice whatever they try to cast into the fire for the Krark-Clan Shaman. Or maybe they just leave that in exile. Okay. Sure. Sweep the board. And it's going to go back into the deck. Nice. Alright. There's a campfire. I think we're winning. We'll play... I'm not going to play a Krark-Clan. It's okay. We'll swing with both. We can campfire it off. I'm not going to be maximum paranoid here. Okay, Synth, sure. Into Percussionist, that's fine. So now they can't Kuldotha and Bushwhacker anymore. They can Galvanic Blast on me, that's fine. I'm going to out-heal them. We'll take one. And then I'm not going to bother with cracking the clue. I'm just going to heal every turn. Because every time I heal, that's basically 2/3 of one of their cards down. Alright, let's crack a clue. That's good. So if I'm never cracking a clue, should I just play this Krark-Clan Shaman here? And if it gets bolted, fine. But if it has the opportunity to sweep up a Kuldotha Rebirth, then I should accept that possibility. Sure. Alright, Campfire coming in clutch to lock things up. I think we were winning this game without it, but it's nice. It feels nice. They hit a land, and they're going to crack their Synth now, after playing a land. Awesome. Revealing a bolt. That's fine. Let's see what they target. Do they target me? Skyfisher. Makes sense. Okay, that gets bolted. I will block the Clockwork Percussionist and continue to heal out of range. Okay, they don't want to. Alright. Let's crack a clue. Let's just play the Dawnbringer Cleric here, because we are campfiring every single turn. Let's wait until the end step, though, just in case we need to pretend that we have a Galvanic Blast. Looting away something. Looting away a mountain. Okay. Playing a mountain. Cracking a Synth now. Alright. You should crack the Synth first, in case you reveal a mountain like that. Do I just Krark-Clan Shaman now to start poking in for one at a time? I guess. I should do it on my turn. I'll block. Let's be a normal person. Hold on. Let's reset blockers and block with the Dawnbringer Cleric in case of End the Festivities. Well, if there's an End the Festivities, then I might go off with the Krark-Clan Shaman. I don't know. They're super flooded. I love it. This is just my insurance policy. I'm not about to use this unless I really have to. Thraben. I need to start getting some actual threats in this game. Let's just play... Oh, crack a clue. I was going to say, let's play another Thraben, but that's a little far into the Krark-Clan Shaman. Alright, next turn I'm probably going to go off with the KCS. There's a mountain. I think we knew about that one. Let's heal. Alright, let's KCS. Let's make white here. See what we reveal. Reveal a munitions, cool. Alright. We lose our inspectors. It's fine. Oh, we should have attacked... Maybe we should have attacked first to see if they block and then cracked the Synth. Or cracked the Krark. It's okay, I think. Let's play this. We'll use our floating mana. Alright, let's get in for one! Here we go. Sure. Well, let's munitions it at them. They're not going to win this way. I might not even use my campfire this next turn. It depends on if I have to... If I don't have to munitions, I might just crack a clue. It's crazy. Against Mono-Red. Alright, let's get some threats. Thraben Charm is okay, I guess. Let's attack for one. Are they just going to throw the burn at all my creatures? They might. Swamp, pass. Nothing I really want to throw with the munitions here, so I would just Thraben Charm a creature first. Synth is good. Hopefully not cast down. Wait, I left in Thraben Charm against Mono-Red? Am I crazy? What was I thinking? I probably just didn't see them when I was looking at the deck. Another Glinthawk. Alright, let's do this. See, we might Glinthawk the Campfire to heal an extra time. Galvanic Blast, okay. Let's do that. Oh, that doesn't work. Never mind. It's okay. We don't have quite enough mana. Alright, swing. And then next turn we win with the Makeshift Munitions. And we're at greater than our starting life total. They're at 3 cards in hand, but evidently nothing good. I guess they're just probably saving up a Wombo combo, huh? But I don't think they can quite get there. A Mountain, and a Reckless Lackey, sure. Alright, and then we should win, I believe. Let's attack. We've got artifacts to sack to the Makeshift Munitions. We'll attack with the Thraben Inspector, I guess. Alright, if I'm not speaking too soon, I believe we have managed to beat the triple Bushwhacker on turn, like, 4 or something. We got there. Let's go. Alright, round 3. We are 1-1. Pulls us back from that crazy Jund Affinity mess that we were up against round 1 with all the chrysalises. I don't even want to think about it. I'm going to take a little break, and then I'll see you in round 3. Alright, we have queued up for round 3 of the league. Looks like we have a decent keep here with a couple of artifact lands into a couple of inspectors, some refurbished familiars, some recursive value with Glinthawk, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. We're also going first here versus Julio. Oh, never mind, we're going second. Another Mono-Red! Alright, here we go. Versus Julio Govea? Not sure. Sorry if I butchered that. Alright, Rustveil or Goldmire first? Probably Goldmire. They're going to get in for at least 1 here. Let's see if they have the Tomb Raider on 2. So I was going to do like a sort of a lead-in and talk about the league so far, and then bam, Mono-Red. So no time to think, no time to talk. We must act. They are pretty low on resources in hand at least. We have to look for the silver lining here. We're going to go with an Inspector into a Drossforge Bridge so I can double refurb. Okay. So we can block one of these. Ideally, they swing with a Voldaren Epic here, but I think I'll block a Clockwork Percussionist if I have to. If they only swing with those. Please no Bushwhacker. Okay, good. Let's start. I mean, they are pinging us, though. Swing with the Voldaren Epic here. Come on, there you go. Nice. Okay. We have plenty of artifacts already, so no need to take those offline. Down to 13 here. And end the festivities. Okay, that'll work, sure. But they are out of stuff. So let's play 1 refurb, and then maybe we just play a Novice Inspector, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Let's see what their last card in hand is. Novice Inspector does block better, so I like that part. We'll take their Fire Blast. We're just discarding Fire Blasts all day. Dang. Everybody's playing Fire Blast. I didn't know it was still popular. So, alright. Do they have a Bushwhacker now? They have a Kuldotha. That's pretty good. Into another Synth. Okay. They're chaining. They're chaining. At least they can't Bushwhacker now. A Mountain. They can play that. Alright. So definitely block the Epic here. And then I'm thinking I probably want to... Do I block this? Just to take a creature off the table? But they can play whatever they get this turn. That's the problem. Okay, I won't. I won't. They have... I think their average card quality is worth more than 1 damage. Thraben Charm is decent. Alright. So Refurbished Familiar draws a card. Tap this one. Let's see what we draw. We need to start getting Lembuses. Tithing Blade is okay. Alright, we'll Glinthawk. Replay it. Can we hit a land? Actually, what I should have done there is attack with the Refurbished Familiar, and then bounce in and replay it to get 2 damage in. But at this point, let's just go ahead and pass. Hold these up as blockers. Block all of their goblins, and then think about the Percussionists. Probably don't block the Percussionists. Let's see if they loot away a card in hand. They could also crack a synth. Not a bad time to do that. Alright. Going right into attacks. They have plenty of mana. I think I'm just going to let them get in for 2 here. We've got a Blast Runner, sure. Not too worried about. I haven't seen Blast Runner in a minute, actually. That's interesting. Okay, more mana is actually helpful here. They can't get through with any more combat damage. Did I say more land? I meant more mana. We have 3 black sources, 2 white sources, 2 red sources. I'll take another red source just because we have synth in hand and we want extra red sources for that. Alright. Do I put more things onto the table? I can draw another card with a refurbished familiar. That's gonna be better than Thraben Charm, I think. So let's attack with it first. So they should be at 16 right now. Hopefully that won't matter. We just gotta find our Lembuses. Okay, that happens. Let's Glint Hawk, bounce the refurb. Because they can count to 8 somewhat easily. Replay the refurb and draw a card. Okay, Core Skyfisher, interesting. I should try to flip this Tithing Blade soon if I can. Or maybe I should just Synth for more chances at Lembus. Crack the Synth, reveal a Bushwhacker. Okay. They can't do that unless they hit a land. They do. They've got the Bushwhacker. Okay, so let's block everything here except for... Oh, that is Menace. That's a Menace! Alright. So we let them get in for... Alright, I'm at 4. I lose all my stuff. Doesn't really matter where I block, I think. The perfect top deck for them. Land into Bushwhacker. Crazy. Alright, this Thraben Charm is not doing anything anymore. Titan Blade's okay. Let's start with that. Maybe take the opportunity to flip the blade. Let's see what they get off of the Clockwork Percussionist. Hopefully a land. It is a land. Alright, so I'm going to take a gamble that they don't have a Galvanic Blast or a Fire Blast off the top. So I can start getting some healing in. Okay, let's be smart here. Is that actually the best move? I played a land already, so Synthesizer is sort of bad at the moment. I don't want a Tithing Blade again. I think next turn I want to go off with Synth. Okay, I'm going to take a risk. Hope to get a Lembus next turn. Okay, they could actually have any 3 damage spell. I forgot that I heal during my upkeep, so... And they have 3 looks for a 3 damage spell, so that was probably wrong. That was wrong. That's not enough, though. Wait, it is! It is! That's 3 damage! Alright, GG. That was a misplay there. If I had, played creatures, I would have survived. Alright, so let's not get too bogged down in that. Let's Dawnbringer Cleric. I mean, they still had a crazy, crazy draw, so... Can't beat myself up too much on that one. Alright, so... take out 2 Wildfire going first. Take out a... What have I been taking out again? Take out Thraben Charms. We'd rather have Cast Down, and I don't even know if I want that. So I know they're playing Blast Runner, so maybe I leave the Cast Down in, because that's something I would want to cast down. Take out... These last couple cards are always tough. I really need Lembus. I think I'll take out another Tithing Blade, and maybe a Glinthawk. I'll take out a Skyfisher. I know Skyfisher can more favorably block a Tomb Raider. This is a good start. Turn 1 Campfire. Keep. Or does it make more sense to just play a tap land? No, I'll play turn 1 Campfire. Hopefully no artifact hate. Sure, Clockwork Percussionist, so this will help me heal off the hits from that thing. Alright, let's play a Goldmire and pass. Please no Smash to Smithereens. Or cast into the fire. Epicure is okay. Swing with Percussionist, sure. Did they miss a land? They did miss a land, nice. Let's do this quickly. Okay. Land. Thraben. Pass, leaving up Galvanic Blast if I need it, but probably Campfire. I'll Galvanic Blast a Tomb Raider. Right? I think so. I can blast that later, it doesn't have haste. Alright, let's look for a land. Nah, let's just play Thraben. Hold up Galvanic Blast and Campfire, or a Clue. They're looking for a land. Discard End the Festivities, sure. I can swing with that to take out an Inspector. And swing with that. I'll Galvanic Blast you, and then I'll just Campfire and not block the Clockwork Percussionist. Okay, hit a land, nice. Let's Lembus. Synth is fine. Not great yet, but it's okay. Let's pass. If they don't have their artifact hit yet, they will soon. They can Kuldotha on their Clockwork Percussionist, if they have Kuldotha. If they really have nothing to do, maybe they're considering a Synth, or maybe they just have a bunch of Bushwhackers. A bunch of Bushwhackers with no Kuldothas. I see a lot of these Mono-Red players keeping one land hands. For you people who play Mono-Red more than I do, is that correct? I see Mono-Red players snap keeping one landers in 7-card hands. Synth, sure. Digging for a land. Nope. Alright, I won't block it this turn, definitely. Okay, let's get a threat on the table. Bounce the Limbus. Pass, holding up Cast Down, Crack a Clue, or Campfire. Usually I always Limbus over cracking a Clue, but here, since I have a minor chance that I want to play this Cast Down, I'm gonna just not replay the Limbus right away. Got the Goblin Blast Runner. That's, you know, almost worth casting down. Okay, let's do it. I mean, they have plenty of stuff in their hand because they don't have the mana to cast their spells. Alright, let's start to attack with Core Skyfisher. We can start with... This time we'll start with Synth. Flip a Refurbished Familiar, sure. We've got plenty of cards in hand anyway. Discard a Galvanic Blast, okay. Play a land. Attack for 2. Second land, there we go. Percussionist and... Percussionist, sure. I'll start blocking him now. No, they don't want to. Alright, let's Synth. I always Synth at the beginning of the turn. Get a land, okay. Alright, and they're gonna scoop. Got it. Alright. So going a second, I think I'll take out the Wildfires. I don't think I have time. So what am I putting in instead? Maybe another Cast Down. Maybe Duresses. Duresses 1 mana heal 3 basically, or discard a Synthesizer. It's kind of like healing. I mean, it is like healing. Would I rather have Cast Down though? I'll try Duress. I don't think I've ever tried it in this matchup. Seems okay. Looks like a keep to me. Opponent also keeps 7. Got it. Percussionist on 1, sure. So this turn, should I still play Campfire on 1, or should I play around Artifact Hate? I mean, they're going to have it 1. I think I would still rather them take the Campfire than take a land. Although they can smash to Smithereens this, but they can't smash to Smithereens a land. 2 Tomb Raiders, sure. Okay, I'm going to go down to 14. Got it. Alright. I could play a Swamp here, so I can take a Burn spell away. But I think I can do that on future turns still. So I think I should develop my lands. So let's get a black land down. So that next turn we can... Hopefully no Bushwhacker. That'll be a lot of damage. No Bushwhacker, that's good. Now that they've declared the attack, let's Campfire now, so they can't kill me post-combat in response to the Campfire trigger. Okay. So do we Duress here? Currently I'm at an effective 8. If I Duress, then next turn I can play a Bridge, and I have a 2-mana Refurb. Okay, let's try that. See what's in hand. Okay, Cast into Fire or Rebirth. Am I dead? They don't have a land right now to Rebirth and Bushwhacker. I guess I'll take the Rebirth. I might be dead here. And I'll pass. So this is 5, so that's going to be +3, +2. Okay, they did hit their land. There's their Bushwhacker. So they have Cast into Fire in the hand. Sure. I can Core Skyfisher. Block this. They have 4. Replay a land, so I'm at 1 if they have no damage off the top. Alright, take away their Cast into Fire. But then I block 1, and they have 4 damage against my 3. Okay, I think we have to... Oh, but we don't have white mana for the Core Skyfisher. I think I'm dead. Yeah, unfortunately. I have to Synth here, but I don't think there's anything I can get. I think that's a GG they got there. They counted to 20. Yeah, you got me, opponent. Well done. Play the Refurb. Discard the Cast into Fire. Let's make sure they see it. If I had 1 more mana, I could Galvanic Blast something, block something else, and be alive at 1, assuming no good top decks. Oh, but they could cast it to fire this, so, yeah. Alright, you got me. Alright, we're 1 and 2. We took a loss to Mono-Red and a loss to that crazy Affinity deck. No worries, no worries. Let's keep going. Try to finish the league strong. See you in round 4. Alright, we're here in round 4. We have a 1 and 2 record. Let's see if we can do well for the rest. We have to mulligan this one. By the way, we are going first. Alright. So this is looking like a keep. I have a turn 2 Wildfire going first is good. The opponent starts with 7. Probably just throw back a land. Let's throw back the redundant one with this Drossforge Bridge. We're a tiny bit flooded, but that's okay. Wildfire can help you out of these situations. We'll start off with a Rustveil or Drossforge would both be valid. We'll start off with a Rustveil, so if we decide to instead play Inspector on 2, we could just play our tap land and the Inspector. Mono-Red again? Yes, it is. Alright. You're going to get in there. So against Mono-Red, do I just develop an Inspector on 2? Maybe I do. Let's find out. Krark-Clan Shaman is amazing. Okay. We'll set up... We'll do what I said. We'll set up our tap land. Play an Inspector as a blocker for the Reckless Lackey. It gets eaten by the End the Festivities, but that's okay. Synthesizer, sure. For a Galvanic Blast, which they will use on my creature. Okay. It's fine. It's interesting. People were off of Lackeys for a little while when Percussionist came out, and then now they've changed their mind and they're off of Blast Runners. A little bit of an awkward turn here. I guess I just play a naked KCS. No, I think it's best to Cleansing Wildfire here. Unfortunately, no Gold Mire, so we can't go directly into a Refurbished Familiar if we draw one. What do I want more of? I've got only 1 black source, so I'll take another Swamp. I do have it in hand, though. Let's get another red source instead, since I have that Swamp in hand. Okay, there's a Galvanic Blast. That's good. We'll plan to do that instead of KCS. They do have the Kuldotha. Do they have the Bushwhacker? Should I have played the... No! Okay. I was going to say, should I have played the KCS? Pre-committed. That was spooky. Take 1. So now Tithing Blade is not amazing. Play a Voldaren Epicure. Okay, so they're playing further into the KCS. Got it. Alright, let's just play this out. If they just attack, I'll block the Reckless Lackey. And then KCS sack the Goldmire Bridge. I think that's better than sacking this Clue to take out the Reckless Lackey. And they could just, you know, draw off of it in response. So we block. Alright, sweep that up. Let's crack a Clue. Good. Okay. Thraben Charm is not doing much here. I'm sort of out of stuff. Try to Tithing Blade. Let's see if they sacrifice it in response. They might. They might try to outvalue me here. Because I am low. Even after the Cleansing Wildfire. I had to mulligan, right? Well, we can flip a Tithing Blade for a little bit of stabilization, but we really need more action off the top to fully keep us in the game here. But the KCS bought us time. Chain Lightning, sure. No. Reckless Lackey, okay. I'm looking for more creatures, so I can use this Thraben Charm. That would be good. Lembas is good. Let's use it. Munitions is... I think not it. I don't have stuff I want to sacrifice. Refurb is good. Okay. Let's play our land and pass. I prefer not to crack this Lembas until I have to. And I prefer not to be the first to pull the trigger with the Thraben Charm. So I'm going to let that through. See if they do something like tap down low. Discard a land. Okay. Let's play a refurb. We are susceptible to End the Festivities here. It's definitely true. But I still think I should take the opportunity to flip the blade off of a Novice Inspector. Alright, can they get me? Let's find out. We've got a Bushwhacker, sure. Pushing 4 damage. I'll block with the refurb, though. Another Bushwhacker, okay. I'll block the first Bushwhacker with a refurb. I'm going down to 6 here. They're tapped out, so I can take the Reckless Lackey off the board with the Thraben Charm. Waiting for them. Oh, they're actually not tapped out. They have 1 mana open. So let's definitely play the Thraben Inspector first. I think I'm going to risk swinging with the Refurbished Familiar here. They could get through the Thraben Inspector by bolting it or something like that, but I have healing off of the Lembas, and I can crack clues, and I have recursive healing with the Consuming Sepulchre, so I think I'm okay. Tomb Raider. Alright, there we go. They could have a Goblin Grenade. Alright, let's crack the Lembas. Punished. Always punished. Gain 3. We'll take 2. So the creature is holding mine back. That happens. Synth is good. We have 2 white sources, we're okay. Wildfire, okay. Let's use the ability. Let's get another planes. Makeshift Munitions. Okay. This will help against Kuldotha Rebirth. I'll block with the Refurb. Alright, next game. So we are up against Mono-Red. I think this happened before, didn't it? We had a crazy game 1 that we managed to win, but then we lost. So let's put in the KCSs. We've faced 3 of our 4 matches are Mono-Red. This is what Magic Online is. I used to only play in paper. I didn't understand, alright? This is Magic Online. Because people are grinders, they want to play more games. It's not usually this much, but this is also like not outside the realm of possibility, which is insane. Take out the Thraben Charms. Take out 1 Tithing Blade. Take out... I think I've been taking out a Coarse Skyfisher. Since I'm going second, I'll take out all the Wildfires. So let's put the Skyfisher back in. And then, have I been wanting Duress or Thraben Charm? Or Tithing Blade? I didn't see them play any Percussionists, but I'm sure they run them. I don't think they had any Percussionists. I guess a Duress for the Artifact Hate? Maybe we'll try 2 Duresses for that reason. And then take out a... Munitions is okay. Take out a Cast Down. Alright, we'll take the Core Skyfisher back out. Alright, we're going second. We have a no-lander. Let's mulligan. We both mulligan, that's good. Now we only have black, which is bad, but we have Campfire. Do we keep this specifically because we have Campfire? No, I think that's wrong. So much mulliganing today. Alright, well, now on 5 I think we have to keep the 1-lander. So we'll tuck away the Duress and the Glinthawk. Keep these. I know Glinthawk is technically playable. I have 20 lands, I'm telling you. 20 lands in this deck. Epicure, sure. Alright, there's another land, that's good. So we can deploy all these Novice Inspectors, and we have Galvanic Blast, and then we can Lembas eventually to draw us into future lands. They have a Cast in the Fire. Alright, that hurts, but at least I drew another land. They're just land destructioning me. That's not fair. They saw that I mulliganed twice. They're cheating. Just kidding. Tomb Raider, sure. Rebirth, okay. So, do I Galvanic Blast the Tomb Raider, or do I Novice Inspector hoping for no Bushwhacker? They kept a 7. If they Bushwhacker, I'm probably dead anyway, so I'm going to hope for no Bushwhacker and just deploy the creature to get a value block in. I'll block the Goblin. I am not literally dead to a Bushwhacker, but I am dead to a Bushwhacker. There's a Bushwhacker. Okay. Let's see what we can do. So we go down to 4. Dead to Fire Blast. And then we actually have things we can do. We can play a Novice Inspector and a Galvanic Blast, but I think we're dead anyway. They don't have an artifact anymore for their Tomb Raider. That part's good. But we're dead anyway. And then we will Galv Blast the Tomb Raider. Go down to 2. Dead to every burn spell. Not dead to Epicure, technically. But we will be. Alright, GG. No? Alright, game 3. It's the Mono-Red Gauntlet, I'm telling you. But this is my league, alright? Even if we don't win this league, I'm keeping this league. I'm putting my name on this league. I'm saying I'm proud of it. I'm proud of how I played. Generally speaking, that is true. So let's put the Wildfires back in, I think. Man, the mulligans have been so rough today. Take out the Duresses. And it's so important to go first with tap lands. Yes, we'll go first. We have a passable start. We'll keep. Let's lead off with the Drossforge Bridge for the turn 2 Galvanic Blast. Oh, they're mulliganing with Mono-Red. Let's go. Down to 4. Okay. This is good karma. Let's go! All right. Oh my gosh, I'll take it. Up until now, that was pain. I'm sorry, Gilberto Antunes. I know you're grinding. Oh, jeez. Okay, round 5. Let's win this one. Let's make it a 3-2 finally. I've had so much pain in leagues lately. I just want one good video with this deck. I am complaining so you can connect with me emotionally. That's called manipulation, kids. See you in round 5. All right, welcome in. We are paired up for our final round of the event. We are against Mr. Twin, literally the trophy winner on the server. All right, it's a final boss, I'll tell you what. Everyone that we've been playing is like not only really like famous in this game. Mr. Twin, Gilberto Antunes was like in the top 5 or 10 trophy winners, and it gets Mono-Red again. Are you serious? 4 Mono-Red decks? Okay, can we pull out the 3-1 versus this dreadful experience? Let's find out. If it doesn't work, hopefully you can still sympathize with me. I don't even know if it's a bad matchup. I'm just whining. Alright, they got the fast start like this deck does. We're down to 5. Yep. It's gotta be a wildfire. I don't know what to tell you. Core Skyfisher doesn't make any sense here. Let's get our black mana online. The swamp. Lembas will help eventually. We can Lembas Glinthawk. We can't Lembas Refurb. Bushwhacker, are you serious? Are you all watching this right now? This is actually my life. If you've ever wondered, why do people play Mono-Red anyway? That deck seems bad. Here you go. Here you go. Not that anyone's ever said that in their life, but, you know, just an example. So, we're not literally dead if we cast Refurbished Familiar. Alright, I think that's all we can ask for. We also get the Lembas down for some healing, theoretically. We need, like, exactly Krark-Clan Shaman. No, opponent, why? Now we're literally dead. Alright, next game. Because we just refurbished Familiar, and then they get in for... Oh, they get in for... Technically, I was down to 1, but I wasn't winning from there. It's fine, it's fine. Let's save our dignity. Because I did... yeah, whatever. They had a card. You know they had a card. So we play Krark-Clan Shaman. Dawnbringer Cleric. We've got it down now. The sideboard plan... I mean, we are forged in the campfire of Mono-Red today. So win or lose... I don't know how to finish that sentence. Win or lose, we've learned something. Win or lose, we've had character growth. Win or lose for the content. I don't know what to tell you. Take out 2 wildfires. Take out a... Now I kind of forget what I've been taking out. A Tithing Blade and a... If we're going second, maybe we can Tithing Blade. Okay, take out a Cast Down instead of a Tithing Blade and take out the Core Skyfisher. Yep. Alright, let's go fast. We got this. I think we had to mulligan again, so... This isn't funny. The shuffler is out to get me. Alright. It's a hand of cards of Magic the Gathering. The opponent, of course, starts with 7 in hand. Hopefully y'all aren't too annoyed by the saltiness. I think it's actually funny. So, literally all we're doing is Tithing Blade. We can't even cast our Refurbished Familiar. We can draw a card off of Cleansing Wildfire, which is crazy. This hand isn't getting there. I have to mulligan, and then just hope they don't have their sideboard. Alright, now I have to keep a 1-lander and hope. So, we keep our Galvanic Blast. We keep our Synth to get us towards more lands. I think I'd rather keep a Lembas than a Synth, and then just hope I draw a land. I have to put back 2. Okay, we'll put back the Tithing Blade and the Refurbished Familiar. We'll put back the off-color stuff. Please just give me a land deck. I don't care. I've been playing well, ask anybody. Except the person who thinks I haven't been playing well. Don't ask them. They're biased. You don't have the turn 1 Tomb Raider. We're going to talk about this after class. And don't try to say my Mono-Red opponent in the last round mulligan down to 4 into scoop in game 3, because I've had to do that all day. That is in... Whoa! Ooh. An idea? Okay. Could it be? Are we rising from the ashes? Don't blow up my land, please. You wouldn't do that. I can see into your heart, Mr. Twin. You wouldn't. Don't do it. It's instant speed. They definitely have the wildfire. Okay. Oh, come on, please. Alright, draw another land. Yes! If any time to be flooded, make it now. Alright, good. Don't have another one. If you have another one, I'm gonna cry and it's your fault. Okay, Lackey. Sure, you can Lackey, that's fine. Swing one. I think I have to Lembas for lands. Or do I Skyfisher, replay a land? Nah, let's be a normal human being. Let's Lembas. I keep talking about being a normal human being, and I don't know if it's actually right. Has anyone ever not been a normal human being so that they can tell me the difference? Because I've only been normal before, so I don't know how to compare. We're going to Lembas. What are they going to do? Considering a Bolt? Bottom. We have 2 drops already. Glenhawk is okay. Glenhawk is okay. We can... Oh, these stupid tap lands won't even let me core Skyfisher, bounce a land, replay it, Glinthawk. Alright, bolt me, sure. Alright, I think I got a Dawnbringer Cleric with my current hand. Maybe. No, it's Skyfisher on the Lembas, I think. Don't do it, opponent, please. Alright, against that, I think it's maybe Dawnbringer. Okay. Let's heal 2. At least my deck has been kind to me. I started with 1 land in this hand, and then I've drawn 4 of them by turn 5, so that's, you know, that's decent. I have to thank the shuffler when it benefits me. They play a really cool looking mountain. Chain Lightning. Okay, do you have the Bushwhacker? No! Okay. We're at, like, 2? We're at 2? Easy win, right? Just gotta get the Krark-Clan Shaman and heal from the Lembas, which we actually can do if we top deck a Krark-Clan Shaman. I think that's what we have to fish for, right? That's the only thing that'll work here. Let's tap our black-red land. Alright, Synth. Give me the Krark. Free my soul. Not a Krark. Alright. This land isn't doing anything. I'm dead. I'm dead. Wouldn't you know it? I'm actually dead. They had a Galvanic Blast. Doesn't even matter. They have exact lethal if I crack the Lembas. Was I alive? Okay, so refurb was off the Synth. I'm going to take a second because the opponent rolled me, so I can take a second. So the refurb was off the Synth. So I couldn't play 2 1-mana creatures. And Core Skyfisher wouldn't help because I actually made a land drop. I'm going to give him the GG well played. And let's scoop it up. Alright, guys. That is unfortunately, a 2-3. But that's going to have to do it for the league. It's still a video. Let's go into the outro and talk about it, right? See you in a second. Alright. Hey again, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those games. Obviously, a little bit of a heartbreaker of a league again. Just 2-3. Eventually, I'm going to get the 5-0. Eventually. It's coming. But in context, I'm not too worried about it. This deck was clearly able to hang with the best deck in the format, which is Mono-Red. At least that's like tied with the best deck in the format. We went 2-2 with that deck, and we were up against some of the greatest Pauper players that MTGO has to offer, some top 10 trophy havers, so I'm not too upset about that going 50-50 with such a strong deck. And then our other loss was to Jund Affinity, which I think is one of the worst matchups possible. Writhing Chrysalis is really hard. We can still sometimes struggle through Chrysalis decks, but that deck paired the Writhing Chrysalis with all the value, so we have to work hard to take out the Chrysalis, and then they just get it back, and then they do Affinity things. I can deal with Affinity or Chrysalis, please not both at the same time, please. But overall, I have to say that I was pretty pleased with the changes that I made. Makeshift Munitions came in clutch a couple times, I think. If it wasn't in this league, it was in a previous league, but I am liking it based on the testing that I've done so far. The Bojuka Bog was fine. You know, it's just a one-of. It's sort of hard to evaluate these one-of changes. It remains, I mean, if I'm playing main deck Bojuka Bog, I could potentially go back down to 1 Thraben Charm, 2 cast down. Little tweaks like this, but I think I like it where it is. And then the other changes were the extra Krark-Clan Shaman in the sideboard, absolutely essential, especially if we're going to be playing Mono-Red like we were today. And then Campfire, having those 2 Campfires came in clutch. I think you saw those in some of the games. So other than that, I don't have too much more commentary except to say I am tired. Like I said, I had a couple of false starts in leagues today and in previous days where I was trying to record. And I think with that, I'm going to put down Mardu Synth for a little while. I still like this deck. I'm not saying it's even necessarily weak in the meta, I'm just a little bit exhausted from it, so I'm going to be trying some new decks. Hopefully you all stick with me when I'm doing that. I still highly encourage you to try Mardu Synth. I think it's a super cool deck, really fun to play, really flexible, and my favorite thing is I feel like it has options against almost anything that you might run into, even if some of those matchups are a little bit lopsided and we're slow to get going. I'm going to stop it there. I have to go to bed in about 5 minutes. I don't know if you can see the bags under my eyes, but I can feel them there. So again, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out some other videos on the channel. Maybe you'll like what you see. Also, give this video a like, a comment, and a subscription if you like it, and you like me and you want to help me out. That would be awesome. I'll see you in later videos. Peace.